How I met my Paraguayan girlfriend. Today's video is about my personal experience finding love in Paraguay. And today I don't have any notes with me, don't have a computer in front of me, I have no script. I'm just speaking from personal experience and one guy talking to another. And if you've been following us on this channel, chances are you've been looking for love yourself. And so today I wanted to share some of the things I went through and why it worked for me this time and why it didn't work in the past. I'm not going to get too personal in this video because I promised to my girlfriend that I won't be revealing any personal information in this video, but I want to give you enough information for you to understand that when you're looking for love, you're usually not finding it. Right? You don't find love when you're looking for it. You find love when you are not looking for it. And this is also how it happened in my case. If you've been following me on this channel, I've been living in Asunción, Paraguay since 2023, pretty much. Obviously, also living in the US, right? So I'm splitting my time. And this happened very naturally. And like I said, I don't have a script in front of me or anything. And this is kind of weird because the past number of videos, the majority in fact, we're using scripts, and so this is quite different today. Something to get used to, I guess. Why did this happen, you may ask? This happened because I wasn't really looking for anything specifically. And I feel like when you're forcing something, when you're forcing to get together with someone, that is not a natural progression. When you're actively pursuing, when you're really pushing it, you may get some of the things you're looking for, but you may not get everything, right? And oftentimes the right things come to you in life when you're fully relaxed, when you don't really care about the outcome, when you're not really looking. In fact, when you have no intentions at all. This is exactly what happened in my specific case. And if you have watched some of my past videos on dating in Latin America, specifically in Paraguay, you've realized that I'm against dating apps. I don't think you can trust the people that you meet on these apps. People are hiding a lot of things. They're hiding children, that they have children. They're hiding all kinds of things. And plus, all these apps are hookup apps. So the chances of you finding genuine love are slim to none. It can happen, A new person registers, doesn't even know what the app is all about. And you happen to get together with this person the first time they meet someone from the internet, right? Sure, this is possible, but it's not likely. The problem with these apps, first of all, they're highly addictive. Secondly, the people on the apps, like I've pointed out just now, they're not telling you the full story. And the apps just create really bad habits for people. Like most people cannot use apps responsibly. They turn into addicts just as they do with alcohol, with drugs, with cigarettes, with everything. Like in today's world, it's quite shocking how few people can do things in moderation, how few people are balanced. And that's where the problem lies with these dating apps, They're being abused by a lot of people. So, valores bajos tienen la gente quien están utilizando estas aplicaciones, ¿verdad? And because of that, it's almost impossible for you to find genuine love. And another thing I want to point out, you never want to take a high body count woman seriously. She's not going to love you. She can't. It's impossible. And maybe the same is also true for guys, okay? And high is whatever high means to you. Depends on your age, of course. Depends on a number of factors, but if it's very high or high, it's going to be hard to find someone who genuinely loves you because they're just not looking for it and they don't value intimacy at all. They're doing it because of addiction. So that's another problem, especially in Latin America. That's a problem. In the West, that's a problem too. In a lot of other countries, like Northern Africa, the Middle East, of course, that's not really a problem, where people are ultra conservative. Now, the chances of you finding a conservative woman in Paraguay are actually not that great. And you have to look in very different places than what a lot of the dating coaches are telling you. Don't look on the internet at all. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. You're not going to find her online. You're just not. You could find her, but the odds are not in your favor. It's maybe like 1 in 1,000. And the chances of you matching with her, going out with her, and it working out are just slim to none. There's just too many options for her, right? So how you do it is offline. You talk to people locally. And I've talked about this a lot. You can go over book clubs. You can do sports, the church probably the best place of all. And that's where you find good women. That's very important. So in my case, like I said, I wasn't looking for anything specifically, for anyone specifically. I was so focused on my work. That's all I really wanted to do. And so because of that, I didn't really care about the outcome of anything. And sure, you always talk to people, and sure, you can argue. You always look, you're always looking. Probably true when you're single. However, you're not looking with the intention to force something, at least that was the case for me. And so that's like the number one tip right out of the gate that I can give you is just get off the apps, get off the dating apps. They're no good for you. They create really bad habits. You're not going to find a woman for a long-term relationship, not marriage. You want to choose traditional routes, proven routes. And I have to be honest with you, it's become very difficult to find women with traditional family values, even in a place like Paraguay. Why? Look at the modernization of Asunción, Paraguay, the Americanization of Asunción, Paraguay, right? It's changing people's mindset for the worse in many ways, right? So sure, you can go to the countryside and you're going to find much better women there, but you're not going to find a woman who speaks English. And a lot of women won't even speak Spanish. They only speak Guarani, which makes it even harder for you if you're not from Paraguay. So you can find a conservative woman in the Asunción metro, okay, in Mexico too, in Panama, in Costa Rica. You can find these women, but they're rare. They're very rare, okay? So you have to be patient. That's the number 2 tip, okay? Be very patient. And the mistake that I see a lot of men make, expats make, is they rush into a relationship with a woman they don't know. They move in immediately. They move in their girlfriend immediately, and that's the biggest mistake you can make. It's easy to move her in. It's very difficult to move her out. There's so many emotions involved. And the problem is that you're doing things as boyfriend and girlfriend that you should be doing as a married couple. And that's the biggest issue, right? You are progressing so fast, you're doing all these things so fast without knowing the person. And that can't be good. So another good piece of advice, we talked about patience a little bit now. Another good piece of advice is don't move in with a girl unless you're married to her. And that's hard, right? Get to know her, take your time. And if she's very conservative, guess what? You may not live with her before marriage. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, you shouldn't do this. You don't know her habits. You're not going to know what you don't like about her. This is a complete gamble. Yes and no. There's no guarantee of knowing anyway, right? But if you have a conservative woman, there are just more green flags than red flags, With an ultra loose woman, with a modern day woman, and of course they're all modern day women, don't get me wrong, but some women have more conservative values than others. And in my opinion, those are the women you want to be dating. You don't want to be dating women that have no interest in getting married, have no interest in having kids, don't love you genuinely. You don't want to marry those women. You don't even want to spend time with them, right? Now, if you're just looking for short-term relationships, you can do whatever you want. Don't watch this video. Please don't watch this video. Do whatever you want. But if you're looking for long-term, genuine love, this is what you need to do, pretty much. This is what you need to do. So there's a lot to be learned, okay? Just be relaxed. Don't care about the outcome. Be relaxed. Be genuine. And the fourth thing, point number 4 that I want to explain to you in this video is the importance of transparency. Women are not stupid. Women are smart. They know when you're lying as much as you know when they are lying to you. It's the same thing, right? So the mistake that I see a lot of guys make is that they try to appear too perfect and they're hiding things. They're not openly talking about a lot of things. And a good, genuine, conservative woman will not go out on a date with you again. If she feels that you're not genuine, if she feels like you are reserving a lot of information that you should be revealing on the first date. Okay, so that's important. Women, and we're talking about conservative women in this video. We're not talking about the crazy women that are on these online dating sites. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about conservatism, okay? Conservative women, they want full transparency. And maybe that's where I scored, because that's how I am. If you have followed me on this channel, you know that I'm very blunt about everything. I don't really restrict information on this channel. I discuss things openly. I reveal the negatives, the positives, even of the places we're backing heavily. And so a woman who wants to get married to the right guy, of course, because why wouldn't she wait for the right guy? And it's also difficult for her to find the right guy, as it is difficult for you to find the right woman. But women want transparency. They want transparency, and they can tell if you're lying. No matter how skilled you are, women will know. Conservative women will know when you're lying to them. They will know. And then they're not going to go out with you on a date again. Don't even think about asking them to go with you to your apartment. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And if you force it, then you're full, because you're really destroying a great opportunity. And you have to be patient. It goes back to the other point that we talked about. Don't do that. Be patient. Be transparent. Be honest. Okay? Be transparent. Be honest. And good things will happen. And the patience part is so important. And I know that in this day and age, patience is a very underrated skill. Many people think, you shouldn't be waiting for a woman so long. She should already know that she wants to be with you and she should already be living with you. No. A woman, again, a conservative woman, no. So our thinking has to change for our results to change. And we got nobody else to blame but ourselves, because we had bad results in the past. A lot of us did, And the fruits of our labor prove everything. At our work, our workplace, in our relationship, with friendships, the fruits are everything. If we have bad fruits, guess what? We had very bad input, You're not going to get a good output through a bad input. It doesn't work like that. You're only going to get a good output through a good input. Okay, that's just how it works. And I think we're going to see a massive transformation now happening in the Western Hemisphere, where more and more people are waking up to the fact that maybe it is time for us to return to conservative values, because very clearly and obviously what we've been doing over the past decades is not working. It's destroying families. It's not creating a happy community life. It is selfish to a T. It's an ego trip. It doesn't work, right? So another thing, point number 5, be less self-centered. That's key. That's maybe the most important. If you can be less self-centered, talk less about you, care more about other people, care about the girl you're dating, but not because you want to get her in the bedroom. No, because you genuinely care for her. You genuinely want a good relationship with her, care for her. Do that. And again, women will know the difference. If you fake it, if it's real, they will know the difference. You don't even have to try to hide it. It's pointless. Women know. Women are very intuitive, especially conservative women. They're very intuitive, and there's a reason why they are conservative. Okay? They're some of the smartest women out there. They really are. And so don't believe that you can fool them. You're running against a wall, and that never ends well. I hope this was helpful. I know I didn't reveal too much information about myself, but these 5 points that I discussed, they're very important. They are applicable. Dating in Paraguay, as much they are applicable to dating in Europe, in other Latin American countries, even in Asia. You're going to find who you're looking for if you follow these 5 points. They're super important. I'm not selling you anything in this video. If you have any questions, if you want to talk to me personally about this, I'm not selling you anything here. I'm offering my help for free, okay? I don't need to sell you anything about this. I'm not interested. I want to help you. So if you're interested, if you need help, leave a comment below, send me an email at info@nomadelites.com. I will personally read your email and respond if it's on this topic, dating in Paraguay. Okay, I'm going to share more if you want. If you have any suggestions that we can discuss inside a future video, we'll do that. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much for watching us today, Nomad Elite, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I don't have anything else to say. Take care.